Ah, notification gang. End of the day. We'll get us a minute or so, and then we'll get into whatever y'all feel like talking about. Learned a lot about these lives, so things gonna be a little different, man. Pick y'all's minds for a minute, man. Answer some questions. A lot of new subs. It's almost 5 o'clock here in VA. So 3 in the Midwest, 2 in other places. Shit, overseas it might be 6 o'clock in the morning. I don't know. Learned a lot about YouTube in a short period, man. Do's and don'ts. Things you say, things you don't say. Got a lot more to learn, a long way to go. But y'all here with me, so we'll do it together, you know what I mean? Somebody jumped in, jumped out. Potential spam and invisible. Okay, okay. What's up, man?
You know, I never seen this side. I never seen it this side. You took the film off the windows or something.
End of the day, out here working, man. Been a long day. Glad it's over with. We got people that want to stop by and see the house. You get a lot of that in these neighborhoods. So here we go. How you doing, man? What's up with y'all? What's up? What's up? Y'all gonna do most of the talk, man. I'll respond to the comments. Just tired. Trying to go home and smoke something. Who all in there? Don't be shy. Say what's up. Y'all know how this works, man. I don't have to explain it. Made a couple more videos I want to drop for y'all, but I got to be careful with the content that I put out. A lot of the stuff that I witnessed or lived through, um, it's not nice, man. There's no nice way to really tell the stories. Some of it, through telling the stories, I have to relive it. I have to go back to a place that I was once at, a time in life that wasn't so great. And to be honest, man, some of these stories are just too graphic. All right, what's up, hey Melinda? There's stories I can tell y'all that are just beyond disturbing of what I've said, past anything y'all have ever heard. Life is rough, but life is good. What's wrong? Why is life rough? What you got going on? You woke up today. You got a phone in your hand. You're alive. A lot of people didn't get that. Just making it by, Melinda. Yeah, that's what life is. You know what I mean? Day to day, just trying to do better today than you did yesterday. Just remember, man, there's always somebody doing worse than you. You know, on your worst day, it's better than other people's best day of what they got going on. There's somebody right now holding a child that's dying of cancer, or saying goodbye to their mom and dad that might be dying. You don't know. Somebody's laying in a ditch somewhere right now, taking their last breath, and you're here watching YouTube, commenting. Always try to keep your mind, on the fact that it can always be worse. And what you think is bad to the next person might be, you know, peaches. So you just smile and get through it, man. Do what you got to do to make your situation better. Can't nobody do it but you, you know. You can ask for help, but at the end of the day, it's on you. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Took me 34 years to get it right. And I still struggle. It's what makes me human. You know, if you're at the bottom, you don't have to stay at the bottom. Just recognize it, figure out what it was that led you there, and don't make those mistakes again. You know, we fall down, but we get up, huh? Great thing is you live in the greatest, you know, nation, country in this entire world, America. You live in a place where, you know, anything is possible. You know, you not to talk about me, but look at me. I'm an ex-con, a guy that's, you know, just fucked up his whole life and has always done things wrong that finally got it right one day. Not everybody gets a chance to do it right. Not everybody gets a do-over. But you're here today, so you have a chance. Absolutely. Absolutely. I want y'all to know it could always be worse, man. You know, my brothers both locked up. One of my brothers is so far up in the mountains right now that he's 9 hours away from home. You know, he's been in the hole now for the last almost 4 months because he was attacked by an officer and beat the officer's ass, and they shipped him off. What up, Mandy Hop? Salute, man. So you doing your thing. Keep it up. My other brother, you know, he's doing 9 years for a distribution charge. And here I am. You know, it's crazy with my family. We've never had a family reunion where we were all together. My family in my life has had 2 family reunions, and you always see the pictures of everybody, and I was missing out of both the pictures because they did one in 1999 and I was incarcerated. They did one again, you know, in 2006, and, you know, I was incarcerated. But I'm here today. You know, my brothers aren't here, you know, because of choices they made, but I'm here. And I'm grateful for that. You know, I'm able to take my pain, my struggle, my past, and, you know, pass it to others. What up, G Dirt? Salute. Things don't have to be the way they are just at the moment. She threw up the rock. I want everybody to do better, man. I really do. I like the fact that I can share not just the, you know, people hear the stories. They like, you know, they like the entertainment. They, you know, that's all what draws people in. But there's a bigger message to it all. It's, you know, like I said, this shit's bigger. It's bigger than me. It's bigger than the stories I tell. At the end of the day, the biggest part of the message is that no matter where you are in life, you can always do better. You can always climb. You can progress. You know, and I came home and I got out July 10th, 2014. I want to smoke some. Thank God I'm here right now. Exactly. You're here. When I got out in 2014, I didn't have shit. I'm talking not a pot to piss in, a window to throw it out of, or even a ground to catch it with. There was nothing there. I just start all over at 34 years old. I didn't even have a backpack with clothes in it. You know, the first time I went out to eat, I had on a pair of jeans and a wife beater. Here I am, this, you know, this ripped up white dude that just got out of prison, and I'm sitting in this restaurant in a wife beater. Nah, let me go ahead and address that real quick. Here on the East Coast, I don't know about other states, we don't do that PC shit. You know, there is no protective custody. There is general population, and there is the whole. You know what I mean? And like you hear about people checking paperwork and what they do on the West Coast, a lot of that, what they're not telling you is they're checking that paperwork to send these people up out of there so they have more people like them on the yard. They're going to take them people and send them to a PC camp, a PC, building where all the chomos are the same. Here in Virginia, unfortunately, they don't check paperwork. I've had dudes in the cell with me that upon getting released, I found out they were sex offenders. Dudes that I knew in prison that I thought were in there for murder charges. I check in on them when I get out, see what's up with them, pull up their name, and boom, here comes an article that, one of these dudes is a pedophile. Yeah, we all find ourselves in bad spots, G-Dirt. We find ourselves stuck at time. But at the end of the day, ain't shit gonna happen if you don't make it happen. It's not. It's not gonna happen, man. There's no time to ever, sit around and you can feeling sorry for yourself. It's just it leads to depression, it leads to anxiety, and it leads to drinking and getting high and all these things that you really don't need in your life. You know what I mean? You've got to push, man. When I mean push, you've got to push. Don't take no for an answer. If you get turned down here, go there. Go here, go there. Keep going. And something's going to eventually happen. It might not happen when you want it. It might not happen when you need it. But something will eventually give. But once you get in the mindset that, oh, everything's fucked up, life is fucked up, that's kind of where your mind goes. And once your mind goes there, all your drive and ambition goes out the window. That's right, Tom. Not all of us. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. What up, Big Gary? Swing by the shop sometime and holler at me, man. I was asking Kevin about you the other day. We're not all born with silver spoons in our mouths. But if we want our children to have that opportunity, our kids to have more than what we have, it's on us. Or they can grow up living the same life that we lived, and you know what? That's on us. My life ain't never been, easy, but I will be the first to say a lot of what happened in my life, a lot of what I've been through is my fault. It's because of choices I've made, choices, decisions, people, all that shit, the places I went, the people I hung out with, those were all my decisions. Didn't nobody drag me out? Didn't nobody force me in a car? Didn't nobody do none of that? Those are all decisions I made. And they ultimately led to, me being where I was in life. That's right, Gary. If y'all don't know Gary Swift, he's actually one of my homeboys here in Richmond. Now, Gary's a great dad. A great dad. We got some great stories to tell. Gary's awesome, man. Gary's been down that road. Gary knows what it is. His life's dedicated to helping other people and his kids. If more people thought like that, more people actually, shifted their focus on what they had going on, things wouldn't be as fucked up as they are now. I was one of those dudes that was stuck in that mindset that this is all I ever had, this is all I ever be, this is all I ever know. That's that bullshit. That was just my excuse for what I had and where I was. What up, Black Lotus? Yeah, tell us in the visitor room. Some crazy shit happens in prison. Like with my kids, my goal every single day is to just give my kids a better life, to be a better father, to be the father that I didn't have. What up, Sister D? What up, Doc TV? What's good? What's good? I got to keep it real, man. One thing about it is the fake will always be exposed. If you lie, it's going to come out. Quinn plugged in. How you doing? I'm good, man. Thanks for asking, man. I'm still at work. It's, I think it's after 5 now. We've been here all day. Tried to go live this morning, but, something happened with the service. I don't know. Shit dropped out. But we're good, man. We're grinding. Making sure them kids have everything underneath that tree. Tell them the story you told me when your crew accidentally did something. I don't want to blow it. Which one you talking about, Gary? Give me a hint, because these dudes done did a lot of dumb shit in the past, man. I had some characters work for me. That's what's up, man. The numbers just keep growing. Oh, that's crazy. Let me answer this question real quick. You put your hands on a CO in Virginia 99.9% of the time. Um, you're gonna pick up an automatic five. You can slap one of them and you can get an automatic five. My brother Jesse just recently had it out with a CO because they've had him locked down because of this corona, and they bring the phone around. And by the time it gets to him, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. He can't call anybody. So a sergeant agreed that, hey, we're gonna start the phone at your end next time. That way you can call your family. And they kept doing this to him. So he'd had enough. He bucks on the guards, starts screaming, kicking the door. They come in, tell him to cuff up. He tells them, I'm not gonna cuff up. They finally get him cuffed up. And as my brother's standing there, when they messed up, is they cuffed him in the front. As he's standing there, the sergeant takes off on him. Boom! Punches him, knocks his eye up. Brother got his hands up, grabbed the fan, smashed the fan over the guard's head, kicked him a couple times. Now he's up at Wallens Ridge, man. Let me tell y'all this story real quick. Gary just reminded me of. So my company's been up and running now for about 5 years, man. And I've learned a lot about business, about myself, about dealing with people along the way that I didn't know in the beginning. Scheduling, making sure you're on time, you're doing this, you're doing that, money, invoicing, PDFs. I didn't know, all this shit. Yeah, it's way out of pocket. He got it though. And my brother didn't get no time. He didn't get no charge because another CO was absolutely 100% real and told him he punched you first. But anyway, back to the script. And I'm telling this story because my homeboy Gary told me to tell this to y'all. In the beginning, man, I didn't have all these trucks, all these vans and stuff. We were working out of one truck and a van. I give my guys the address to this house, and we go to these houses. They're foreclosures. They're houses my investors bought from the bank, whatever the case may be. They just, got possession of this house. I tell my guys, go over there, drill the locks out on the house, clean any contents that are left over. It's not much out of the house, and that way we can start construction tomorrow. Cool. I sent like 5 guys over there to clean this house out. Man, they come back and these dudes hop out the van and they're happy. They're like, bro, man, look, I got J's, I got a PlayStation, I got a flat screen. Like, these people left all types of shit in this house. I'd already been to this house. Wasn't none of that shit in this house. I tell them, what? They open the van door, I look inside, and I'm talking, there is boxes of Jordans, there's PlayStations, there's flat screen TVs everywhere. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck did y'all do? And he's like, just the address you gave me. And I'm like, bro, you forgot to type a 1 in the address. Man, these dudes went to the wrong house and cleaned out the wrong house. They went and robbed a house. They just drilled the locks out on a house that somebody lives in, that somebody was at work, and just cleaned all their stuff out. Everybody starts freaking out. What? We just robbed a house? I'm like, y'all went to the wrong fucking house. You're on the right block. You're at the wrong house. They're like, no. Everybody's scared. What are we going to do? We're going to do. I said, I got to call the cops, man. And I got to tell them we accidentally just robbed a house. I'm the boss. I'll wear it. Nah, don't do that, Jay. Don't do that. We're going to jail. I said, man, load everything into my truck so I can take these people's shit back. They loaded all this stuff into my truck. Nobody's riding with me. Ain't nobody going back to this house. I go there. I call the police. I say, look, I'm at such and such address, and I'm a contractor. We take possession of properties. We come in, we draw the locks out, we clean them out, we renovate, yada, yada, yada. I said, this is going to sound crazy, but my guys just drilled out the long lock on the wrong house and just cleaned these people's house out. I need the police out here. The police come. Well, who was involved? I said, look, we're not going to do all that. I'm the owner. I wear full responsibility. If everything's not accounted for, I'll pay for it. I'll pay for it out of pocket. Whatever I got to do to make it right, I will. One of the bedroom doors in the house was locked and they kicked the door in. You know what I mean? Cops show up and they're like, so you're telling me y'all just robbed the house and you're calling us to tell us that, it's the wrong house? I said, yeah. She's like, I don't even know what to say. I need to call my supervisor out here. I said, well, we didn't do anything criminal. There was no ill intent. We didn't, you know what I mean? Long story short, man, we put everything back in. Had to come back, fix a lady's door. She did ask me about the bag of weed that came up missing. But yeah, man, crazy things that happen in life. But it's all in what you do in those moments like that. That's gonna. I could have left it alone and not said anything, and dudes would have went to jail, man. I do. I hire most of my guys are ex-cons. Um, nah, I didn't replace the weed. I didn't replace the weed. She did end up. You know, I took care of. I made sure she was alright, man. Crazy. Them dudes were scared to death, but they thought they lit. Bro, I got the 11s. I got, you know what I mean, these dead stock sixes, blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, man. Motherfuckers about gave me a heart attack. But these days, man, you know, like I tell you all the time, I try to help others, man. I try to pull dudes up out the, you know, out of whatever. Oh man, they were freaking out. Yeah, Dawn of the Dead, they was freaking. I was freaking. I try to pull dudes out of their addictions. You know, I'll give, you know, if I know you, most of the dudes I hire, I know, and I know you need my help. I'm gonna do everything I can to help you. If you fuck up from there, it's on you. But I've got guys with me now that have been with me for years that are clean. I had guys that have been with me for years that relapsed that I had to let go. You know, you never know. But what I try to stay conscious is that, you know, that you know, this shit. It's bigger than me. I try to always remember that nobody's perfect, but there has to come a point when you have to, you know, not let people walk all over you. You know, some of these guys, man, they when I got them, they were, you know, rock bottom, at the end of it and ready to give up. And now, you know, these guys, they have cars, they have homes, their kids live good lives, and that makes me happy, man. It makes me smile inside. Yeah, absolutely, Gary. And I've had a lot of guys fail, you know, and I learn something each time somebody fails. It teaches me something new. You know what? At the end of the day, there's nothing I can do but my part, man. What everybody else you know, decides to do after that is on them, man. You know, I can lead you to water. If you decide to go drink poison, that's on you. I'm gonna talk for a couple more minutes, man. I'm not gonna stay in here long. We got to get home. You know, I'm about 30, 45 minutes from home. Yeah, Gary, I know it's not on me. But one thing about when you try to help people, regardless of who does right and who does wrong, certain people when they fail in life, you know, it's hard to deal with. Sandy said, "Is it hard to separate your business from your friends that work for you?" It was in the beginning, but now I let them know from the gate that, you know, I'm your boss, man. From 7:30 to whatever time we get off, I'm your boss. If we're friends, I'll fire your ass and we can smoke a blunt together tomorrow if that's what you want to do. You know what I mean? I'm not. It's not personal. It's business. It's just, this is business. This here is about money. This here is about survival. You know, this isn't about what I think of you personally, or, you know, any of that. This is about survival. This is about money. This is about numbers. You know what I mean? If you want to take it personal, then take it personal. I've had a lot of friends I fired take it personal. It sucks because then I lose an employee and a friend. But at the end of the day, I've been in business this long because I keep it. You know, this is business. But look, man, I love all y'all. I'm not gonna take up too much time. Like I said, it's getting dark out here. I want to get home. They want to get home. Thank y'all for checking in. I'm gonna do some editing. I'm working on that for y'all. You know, I got to get better at it, but I'm new to this, man. This shit is blowing up much faster than I ever expected, and that's because of y'all. And I thank each and every one of y'all, man. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna jump up out of here, and that's what it is. Melinda, things will get better. All right, Sandy. Good night to all y'all, man. Y'all know what it is. I love y'all. Shout out to the UK. Be true. It's Jay Williams. Let's live life. Salute. Before we go, Mouse, my homeboy, man. Y'all take it easy.